Hi, my name is Rachel and I don't like long intros, so let's just do this shit. And the first step I'm going to do before eyeshadow is put powder on the eye, and I just use my finger, and any kind of face powder will work, and rub all over my eye. And I like using my finger for this because then I could feel if the area is dry and it's not tacky anymore from the eyeshadow primer or anything like concealer or foundation. The first shadow I like to put on is actually the brow highlight, and I do this because I feel like it acts like a barrier between all the blending and my eyebrow. So it's like the colors that I go blend into my crease, they're not going to go up into my eyebrow. It could be just because my blending brushes are really big and my eye area is really small, but I just like putting down like this little fence between my brow and whatever colors I use on my eye. The first color I'm taking is a matte coral shade, and I want to put that in my kind of upper crease area, just a little space where your eyeball sinks in, so it's like your eye socket pocket. I decided on a coral shade because since I'm going to be using kind of like a silver glitter, something warm in the crease would really make things look better. I don't know. I don't want it to look kind of like, I don't want to look muddy or dark or anything, so just a little bit of like warm color will perk things up. I'm taking my time to first apply color and then blend it in using circular motions, and then going back and then adding more eyeshadow because it's easier to build up the intensity of color versus trying to blend out a lot of pigment at once. Now I'm just going to go straight on to the lid. I'm using a shimmery white. I don't want to use silver because the glitter is going to be silver, and I want the glitter to be visible against the lid color, so I'm picking a different color. And I'm trying to see if the shadow will be good enough just to cut the crease on its own, or if I'm going to have to put it over like a liquid base like concealer or something. And honestly, I'm just letting the brush kind of do the work, and I'm laying it flat, not picking it up, and just following and feeling where my eyeball is. So I'm basically just tracing my eyeball, ignoring what I can see on the surface here. Like obviously I have no crease, so what I'm doing is I'm feeling like the internal structure of my eye and doing a look based on that versus the superficial topical, you know, part of my eye. I'm not being super careful because I'm gonna kind of go over that with black liner, so it doesn't have to be like so super sharp because I'm just gonna go over it. And then it's like looking okay right now, but I want it a little bit more pigmented, so I'm just gonna use my finger and put more on the lid. Now, this part is really important, at least for me, because I guess I'm crazy, but I always look in the mirror to make sure the fake creases that I drew on are at least kind of even or symmetrical. This one tends to be bigger, so I'm just gonna make this one a little bit bigger to match it. This seems kind of out of order, but I always do my waterline before I put any shadow there. Just because if I go over my waterline, see like I just did there, at least I can cover that up with the shadow. I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line just a little bit, or a lot, I don't really know yet. I decided to smoke it out a lot, and I'm changing it by pressing into the pan like this instead of this, so that the pigment is on the entire side of the brush. And then patting it so, and then blending it out by pulling it down. Taking matte dark brown, I'm going to put this right at my lash line. And I'm doing this so the bottom lashes have somewhere to hide when I stick them on. They're not just like super obvious. It's eyeliner time, basically. I'm gonna start not exactly where I want the eyeliner and maybe like a centimeter before it, just so if I mess up, at least I have like a little bit of space to fix it. So what I use is I use a nail brush. This is, I believe, in the size 00, and I'm using Suva Beauty Hydra Liner, which is water activated. And I'm using that because it's very liquidy and I find that a lot easier to work with versus like a gel eyeliner or anything like that. And since it's water activated, I can control how liquidy it is. I don't know if my camera is recording, but I was in the process of accidentally drawing the biggest wing ever. Almost done. The giant thick wing was totally an accident. But you know what? I think this look is better with a thick wing, just because there's not much shadow or definition in the crease. So it kind of needs something to like hold it down and give it some structure. And then a quick check to see if the wings are even. Honestly, most of the time my wings are not, but as long as I'm not like super wonky, no one will notice. For glitter adhesive, I'm using the Duo brush on, just because it's really terrible for lashes and doesn't stick, so that means it's perfect for glitter. And I'm doing a very, very light paint on the lid. And then quickly, because it's going to dry soon, I'm picking up some silver glitter onto my pointer finger and I'm pressing it on top. Oh my god, it's so clumpy. Gonna need more glue. This area is kind of empty. Area 2, let's just do the whole area again. Okay, round 2. Before we get started on the false lashes, I'm going to curl my lashes and put on mascara just so they're out of the way and not drooping down into the eye area. The reason why I might not add individuals on top of this is because I feel like these are already really dramatic on me. Could be because I have no actual bottom lashes. Well, I mean I do, but they're just like super not visible. I don't want to look like a costume. I don't know. I think it just looks best as is if I just stop right here. For top lashes, I want something dramatic, just because if I'm doing a dramatic eye, it doesn't make sense to use a natural lash just because it's not on the same page, you know, you have to go with the look. And there you go, we have a mod look, or my attempt at mod. Arms. Hope you like this video. Let me know what you thought. If it's mean, don't fucking say it. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.